All right, so we are here back for DIY, and as we started last week, we were making a plant stand. So what we got to was that you saw me cut a couple pieces of lumber, and with that, I showed you the measurements. So the measurements you would have needed 3 feet for your legs and 16.5 inches for your braces. In total, you would need 4 3-foot lengths, and you would need 4 16.5 lengths. And before we closed off, I was just about to attach them. So I want to show you how to do it today. Now, I pre-drilled some of my holes because in the essence of time, of course, and you're going to make your legs in a box style. So you're making box legs. And what you're going to do is attach the braces on the inside of the legs itself, and you'll see why. So we're going to start off, you pre-drill your holes, so you need to brace. If you have things like clamps and such, this will make your life a little easier, but not in all cases you would have clamps. So what you want to do is get yourself in a work surface that is favorable for you. So at this time, I'm going to use the edge of my table and just have the edge hanging off there, so I could use my power driver here to get my screws into one side. So I'm just threading my screw there. That is the one further away from me. And I'm just going to drive it slightly in. Now, as I said, I pre-drilled my holes to make my life a little bit easier and in the essence of time. So I'm just about lining up my edges here. Ensure that you line up corner to corner. All right. And that you line up corner to corner, and you just run in your screw a little so it starts to catch. Then you could use the other one. After which you can change your technique for this so you can get a little more brace, all right? So here, I can apply a little more force. All right, so I'll do just that. That's 1, and that's 2. For those listening on Talk 91.1 FM, I just drove 2 screws into my first side. Now life gets a little easier because you now have one side here that will give you a brace. So you then line up your corner to corner again. This time I'm working on my left side. And again, I pre-drilled these holes. So I will then take my screw. These screws are 1.25 inches. Yeah, you don't need much more than that for this project. So as we go here, taking our 1.25 inch screws, I'm doing the one further away from me first, the top one. I'm driving that in. And notice this process will happen a little faster now because I have both sides up, so it has its own balance now. So I just drilled in my second screw, and we have 3 pieces together like this. Now you're going to work on the other side, so you turn your piece over. You no longer have to go on the edge of the table because you have a stable piece now. So I'm going to do the same thing, putting this 3-foot length over the 16.5 inch length. And again, the lumber I'm using here, for those listening on radio, if you can't see it, is 1x3 white pine. Now again, different qualities. Raucus last week asked me what's the difference between white pine or whatever lumber you use. The white pine is a bit softer, so it's easier to drill through, it's easier to cut as well, and it's cheaper. So if you want to do a project that has sturdier pieces, you can use 2x4 lengths, or you could use anything else that is suitable for your needs. So I just drilled on my right side, the first screw on my brace there, and I'm threading my second screw in. And now I'm going to drive that bad boy in. Finally, I have my left side. I'm going to line up again. Ensure that you go corner to corner and ensure that it lines up well so that you don't have any overlap and things like that. Because if you do have overlap, it'll make your finished piece twisted and it would not be very favorable. And finally, the 8th screw. So you'll need, for this part of it, you would need, for both legs, you would need 16 screws. And those, again, are 1.25 inch screws. Just threading my last one here. And you want to put the braces, the 16.5, on the inside of your 3-foot legs to make your box legs. So that's how you do it. I have 2, I made 1 and completed it. So you have 2 legs. So this is what your piece should get to right now. On the next day for DIY, what we're going to do is make some shelves. We're going to make the shelves first, and then we're going to attach the shelves between these legs here, as you can see. So you have your 2 box legs. Then we're going to make maybe about 3 shelves, because you do want some height so that your plants have room to grow and you can fit as many plants on this as possible. When it comes to the distance between both legs, well, that's really up to you. I think I may use about 4 feet or so, just to give me enough room so that I could put quite a number of plant pots on this piece. So coming up next week, we're going to see is where we start making the shelves. And if we have enough time, we'll attach that shelf. But if not, what we'll do is for the following week, we would attach all the shelves, and this piece would be just about done. So that's about it for DIY on Now Today. Again, we're making a plant stand. So tune in next week, Thursday, for DIY on Now, where we're going to make the shelves, and then we're going to finish this piece. All right, that's it for DIY.